Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome back. Apologies for the couple of weeks hiatus. Kind of unexpected. It was only supposed to be a week, and then things sort of went a bit awry. But here we are. It's finally time for us to resume mine and Emily's game of Stormlord's Wrath for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Say hello, Emily.
Oh, are we using Roll20 today?
I mean, you don't have to have it open.
Oh, I was trying to log in.
Also, that's an also amazing introduction.
Thank you. Hello everyone. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Okay, it's gone away.
Yeah, so we are currently well into the second of the kind of 4 adventure arc that's kind of spirals out of Dragon of Icespire Peak, which is the adventure that comes with the D&D Essentials kit. So yeah, thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on Twitch, you're watching it right now. I'm not really sure what the point of that statement was, but if you're here on, I think what I was meant to say is this is a weekly show, despite the hiatus, that we stream on Twitch every Tuesday, and the VODs go up on YouTube the following Friday. So if you're here with us in either of those capacities, hello, welcome. You are very welcome. Hello. If just a quick announcement before we get started, because I haven't really had a chance to speak to you guys in this capacity for a while. Part of the reason why we were away for 2 weeks is because I was working very, very hard on this. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is that?
What is it, Cam?
What
Please
is it?
Tell me about this thing that you've made.
This is a Grim exhibition. It is a 3 to 4 hour adventure designed for 4 3rd level characters. It is available on the DM's Guild right now. If you go to my Twitter, then there's the pinned tweet is a link to it, because I could put a link in on the stream, but it was really long and I don't think anyone would actually type it out. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I said, but how much is it, Cam?
It is 2 of your American dollars, because I couldn't bring myself to charge any more for it, because obviously it's the first thing that I've written. It was written for the RPG writer workshop that took place over the previous month, which was awesome. It was a lot of fun, a bit stressful at times, but I learned a lot. Probably going to make a video about this bad boy in the very near future, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, if you fancy supporting me in my endeavors, or just want like a quick and easy adventure that you can throw at people, it's kind of straightforward, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm saying things, but I realize that I'm biased because I wrote the damn thing. It's intended to be to present itself as like a mystery investigation kind of story, with kind of an exciting climax. But it's actually very straightforward, and it's a good opportunity for some roleplay and things like that at the start, and then there's a little bit of exploration, and then a bit of a scuffle at the end, with some potential ideas to bring your players into a more kind of substantiated campaign. But I would really appreciate it if you're interested to pick it up, give it a read, give it a play, let me know what you think, drop a review on DM's Guild. Any and all feedback would be greatly appreciated, especially for this video that I would like to make. I'd kind of like to aggregate people's comments and questions, not just about the adventure, but about kind of the process in general. I think that would be a really worthwhile thing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, there it is. Go check it out. I had a lot of fun making it. I've had good feedback from my playtesters, and yeah. Please encourage me to make more.
Make more. Do it. Fucking do it.
Yay! Okay. With that being said, let's whoop-ah over to the actual game layout and make a start, shall we? So, After roughly a 10-day jaunt to the familiar town of Phandalin that was completely uneventful and nothing at all happened, I promise, Dourrebelle Boulderbane returns to Leylon, where restoration work is continuing in earnest. The first thing that you notice as you make your way into town, about here, if you can see that on your... Oh no, you don't have Roll20 open, do you? Well, I've pointed it out to the audience. No, it's fine.
Okay.
On the corner of one of the through roads, so kind of as you walk past the Tower of Thalivar in the center of town, you notice a building that you don't recognize. It's almost as if kind of it sprung up out of nowhere in the corner of on the corner of this street, and a sign hangs over the door. It's quite a crude wooden sign that just reads Aubrey's Peculiarities Shop, and of course, shop is spelled with 2 P's and an E.
Oh, I thought it was going to be spelled like shop.
Look, how do you spell that?
SHAWP. Shop.
Shop. No, sadly not. It's shoppy, I'm afraid.
Shoppy. Sorry.
For Leylon, shoppy.
Okay. Sorry, I got Roll20 open now. So is that the only new building, or is there like a couple other new buildings?
Well, as I mentioned, like construction work is going, but
some of the buildings. So it's like some of the buildings have been fixed up, but this one is actually like new.
From what you can remember, this has gone from nothing to a full building in the time that you were gone, which isn't I mean, it isn't like people you can throw, like, if you put your mind to it, a group of people can throw up a building quite quickly.
Yeah.
But that's not the way that people are kind of operating here.
No.
So it does strike you as odd.
I guess I want to check it out.
Okay. So you
so we're gonna wander over.
You open the door, and there's like a little bell hanging on the inside. So you open the door, and it kind of goes ding 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 ding. And it's very cramped in here. The place is like crammed full of just an assortment of curiosities that have been dredged from the ruins of what this place used to be. So like old fishing rods, just like stone idols that have been carved from rocks that you assume to be from the swamp because they're like covered in moss and stuff. Old mining helmets and just kind of like various other oddities. Kind of like sitting down behind the counter and then kind of like immediately popping up as you enter is a human bloke with kind of shoulder length copper hair and hazel eyes, and wearing kind of like, they're not extravagant. He's just kind of like wearing kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of like all. I mean, he's wearing robes, but they're not like fancy robes. They're just normal robes. I don't know.
Okay.
My brain is my ability to describe things is completely failing me.
Simple yet nice.
Yeah, like just sort of utilitarian in there. They're not made out of like fancy materials or anything. They are functional.
There you go.
And he springs up to his feet, and he's just like, "Ah, hello!" with a big like wild gesture.
Oh jeez.
Welcome to my shop. I'm Aubrey. You may have guessed.
Pleasure to me. Or is it? So you said Aubrey?
Aubrey, yeah. It's like it says on the sign. Hello. Who are you?
My name is Dourrebelle. This is my companion Quinn.
Quinn's just like, "You're right."
We've just come back into Leylon, and this is I've never seen this building before, so I was thought I would poke in.
Oh, well, it's always been here. I just spruced up the place a little bit. Can I?
Spruced up the place.
And as you kind of like glance around, you notice that above the counter, kind of like where he is, there's like a support beam, and hanging from the support beam is like a picture. I mean, obviously it's like a drawn picture, but it's in a little frame, and you can see it's like a drawing of what look like adventurers. There's 3 of them. There's like a dark-skinned warrior woman, a red-bearded dwarf that looks like they could be one of your ancestors, and an unknown third. The third figure appears to be obscured from view. So that's probably the only thing that stands out to you among everything else. Kind of just looks like junk.
Especially considering you said that they look like they could be one of my relatives.
Yeah, I mean that's just a passing thing. They've just got kind of a very similar, I guess, more in like they're wearing cleric gear, I suppose.
Oh,
they've got like a hammer, and they look like a follower of Moradine.
They look like somebody like if Dourrebelle, if it was Dourrebelle, they look like her basically.
And they definitely like some color has been used on this sketch, so you can like they've got like a striking red beard.
Oh, fancy. Aubrey, I was just so. What do you sell here? What are you planning to sell here?
Ooh, I collect and sell all sorts of things, oddities and evenities, any kind of magical knickknacks that I may find or people may find on their travels. I'm more than willing to buy and trade, and all sorts. I'm mainly interested in little trinkets and doodads and all manner of things. But really, just about anything.
Oh, okay. DM question. I have an unknown scroll on my person. Did I ever identify that?
The fact that it's unknown suggests to me no.
Well, I just wasn't sure if it was something I noted down. Aubrey, you said you had interest in magical oddities.
Yes.
Do you know much about scrolls?
I know what scrolls are.
I mean, I have a scroll, and I don't know what it is.
Okay. I mean, and he like glances you up and down. You strike me as a faithy type. Surely, if you were just to take some time to sit down with the scroll, you'd be able to decipher it on your own power if it was suited for your talents.
Good point, actually. I guess I've been too distracted to think about that.
Have you traveled far? Are you from here?
Well, no. I mean, I have a house here, but that was sort of given to me. I'm from Verbolder.
Yes, I know Verbolder over the Sword Mountains.
Yes, exactly.
Lovely folk.
I've just come back from Phandalin.
They do know their way around a drink. Those people in Verbolder, and you can kind of see that Quinn's like, yeah, they do.
Is Quinn thinking about is he missing home?
Yeah, man, he misses the fam.
Yeah.
So it's a great shame that there isn't an inn in Leylon. And he kind of chuckles to himself at his own little poetry there. He goes, I mean, there's the wayside, but it's like a good couple of hours walk away. I can't be doing with that.
Well, maybe that's next on the list of things that we need to.
That the wayside is in any fit state to be serving customers right now, or what?
Yeah, but I was thinking more for Leylon to have something of similar, just like a respite stop, if anything.
Drink, Quinn says.
Yeah, that too. Well, Aubrey, it's been a pleasure. I unfortunately don't have anything of interest at the moment, but I certainly know who to go to if I come across such oddities.
Is there? Well, is there anything that you are interested in? He kind of says, like putting both hands on the counter and like leaning in.
I'm gonna look around a little bit and be like, well, I suppose, is there any? What do you have? It looks like you've not finished unpacking, unless I'm mistaken.
He kind of looks around as if to say, I have. He goes, but he kind of like nods a little bit. I see what you're getting at, my dear. No, someone of your caliber. Clearly, I've heard the stories about you. Yes, I can certainly see you've got several powerful items in your possession. So yes, the trinkets that I have on offer here. Yes, maybe to the discerning eye such as yours. Bear with me 1 second, and he kind of like reaches down underneath the counter, and he pulls out like a small box, with a little latch on the front. And he flicks it open, and kind of opens the front up, and inside is a vial. And inside the vial is what looks to be like a very slightly more viscous than water, clear liquid. With just like a little, what looks like a sliver of something just kind of like floating inside.
What is that?
This, my dear. Get this. It's a potion.
What kind of potion?
Well. It is, how do we say it? It is a potion that has been imbued with the strength of a giant. Not just any giant either. The strength of a fire giant.
Oh my god, it's a fire giant potion?
It's a potion of fire giant strength.
Oh my god.
And I think you would know. Roll a nature check.
Oh wow, 19.
19. Yeah, I mean, you know stuff about giants. You mostly know stuff about like stone giants, hill giants, the more kind of common
giants that I might encounter.
Common giant folk.
Yeah.
Folk that you or your ancestors may have had run-ins with, like kind of living in the mountains and stuff. But you definitely know about the different types that can appear, like storm, frost, and fire giants. And fire giants, while they are not the strongest, they are among. They're kind of up there.
They're up there in the tier list.
So if this thing gives you the strength of a fire giant, it's going to make you chonky. In game terms, because you can identify potions just by tasting them, for 1 hour it will make your base strength 25.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
It's nuts. Now you do realize, I must, this is quite it's one of my more high ticket items. They come and go. So I can only I'm afraid I can only offer this to you for 500 gold pieces.
Oh, oof. Looks at my money, has exactly 498 gold pieces. No, I have 500 gold worth of money, but whew. That's really good though. 500 gold, did you say?
Yes. They are quite rare.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering I have never in my travels or anything encountered a fire giant.
Neither have I, thank goodness.
I'll pay him.
Okay, so you mentioned you only had 400.
I have 498 gold pieces. I have 512 collective.
Okay. Man, so you're cleaning yourself out for this. I suppose it's because you gave a load of your money away to bloody Halia, didn't you?
Yeah, to make up for. Yeah, no, it was to get information.
Yeah,
good information. But yeah, I gave up half my money for it.
Okay, yeah. So you pass over the money to him, and he's like immediately just got like he had a smile on his face anyway. He's now got this like massive beaming grin. He's like, oh, wonderful! I'm sure it will serve you well. And he passes you the vial and kind of takes the money.
Okay, yeah.
And like starts kind of counting it with like this joyous like, oh, 1, 2, 3. He's like, oh, yes, well, be sure to check by often. I do restock whenever I can.
Well, yeah, if you get more interesting things like this in, I would definitely be sure to pass by.
There are always interesting things at Aubrey's Peculiarity Shop, my dear.
Have you lived in Leylon long, or did you travel down?
Oh, I'm local to the area.
Oh. I guess I'm surprised I hadn't encountered you up until this point.
Oh, I've been out and about.
Well.
Kind of gathering supplies for this very place.
Oh. Well, I hope that your business thrives as Leylon grows, and I'm sure you'll see more of me in the future.
I look forward to it. All the best in your endeavors, my dear.
Can I do an insight check really quick?
Yeah?
He's giving me a
like
vibe.
What are you insight checking for?
Because he seems like a good like he's being genuine, but I guess something seems shady about him.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's because he's a businessman who's maybe just outplayed me for a lot of money that I don't realize, or if there's something else there.
Okay.
Especially with finding out people that I thought were friends, or it's
already yeah.
So it's a bit like 17.
17.
Kind of as we're chatting and saying goodbye, and
as you leave the store, you think through the conversation, and there's just a part of you that thinks he's definitely hiding something.
Yeah.
You don't know what, but there's more to this man than is maybe immediately apparent.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna pocket my fire giant potion, and make my way. I mean, we've done everything that we needed to do, or that we were immediately set out to do. I guess we'll go around and just check out how things are at the different places, like maybe, like how the lizard folk are doing, how how Ricky's doing, how maybe even actually check on the guards, maybe not encounter what's his face directly, but maybe talk to some of them.
Okay, so you kind of you make your way kind of around town and just have get kind of a general lay of the place. So you sort of walk down by the fishery and all that kind of area, and you look out and you can see that the lizard folk are hard at work. They seem to have well installed themselves in kind of the southern area where the little marshes and stuff there. That it seems like they've come a little bit closer, and you can see that there are some of the regular folk, like some of the non-lizard folk, apart from who aren't oh god, what's her name? I've got to remember all of my NPCs now. Where is she? She was my favorite one as well. Valdi. It seems like there are kind of workmen and guards and stuff just having conversations with the lizard folk, and just they're a bit as you walk past and you kind of take a moment to listen in. It's still a bit awkward because of course it's two
trying, right?
Yeah, it's two very different ways of life kind of smashing together, but it seems pleasant enough.
They're not fighting, which is
no.
Yeah.
So yeah, things seem to be going well. They're getting on, and as you get kind of down towards the area that I've marked you on the map now, sort of as the road turns in and leads towards the House of Thalivar, you do spot a couple of guards, and you do spot Yoram as well, kind of in a group, and they seem to be like, make a perception check for me.
Oh, my eagle eyes will see all. 24.
24. They seem to be arguing about something, kind of the way they're gesturing and stuff, but it's not angry arguing. There's something else there, if you see what I mean. Like, it's more of a panicked arguing.
Right. Dourrebelle's gonna exchange a look with Quinn that basically says, like, we're gonna have to deal with that that chump. And then
do we have to?
Yeah, we should.
All right.
I know, I'm just as thrilled as you are, and I guess we'll start making our way towards them.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way towards Yoram and the two guards, and kind of as you get closer, you sort of you hear them more and more of the chatter. Basically, Yoram being like, "We've got to go back in there. We've got to go in. Galio is still in there." And then, like, one of the other guys, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, Sarge. I'm not. No, you can't make me go back in there. I don't get paid enough for this. The other one being like, you've got to understand, Sarge. This is like way beyond our pay grade. And Yoram, there's like a moment of, you see him kind of, his expression almost softens a little bit. It's like, I know, it's above mine as well, but there's an innocent man in there. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna get close. When I get close enough, I'm gonna be like.
As you get closer, and Yoram notices you,
Yeah.
he kind of you see his like expression shifts, and he kind of goes, shush, stand attention. He just kind of like everything goes silent.
Is everything all right?
Yoram is just like, yes, everything's fine. Good to see you, Dourrebelle. Be on your way. And I don't know why he suddenly has like a very he has this sort of way. Everything's fine. You be
Galio's the wizard, right?
Yeah. You be on your way. And then one of the other guards that's kind of like standing behind him is like, no, everything's not okay. And then it, like, they gesture to the tower and they're like, there's a ghost in the tower. And then Yoram like looks over his shoulder and sees him pointing and just like clocks him over the back of the head. He's like, I'll have you court-martialed.
Is Galio all right?
Oh, well, suppose the cat's out of the bag now.
I mean, I could hear you guys before I approached.
So, we were charged with guarding the tower. However, guarding the tower, and as Galio conducts his research. However, we have been removed from our post by something that's no longer of this world. Let's just say that something that's kind of this beyond our experience, and Galio won't leave.
Would you like a hand with that?
No, it's perfectly fine. We've got it under control. Quinn's just like, so that's why you're standing outside. That's what under control is it? Yoram's just like, shut up.
Dourrebelle's gonna look at Yoram and kind of
right. I don't. You're clearly a very busy adventurer. You must have what, only got back from Phandalin today. I don't want to waste your time with this. Someone of your range of experience and your great deeds, one little ghost is clearly far beneath your abilities.
Oh, well, certainly I wouldn't want to get in the way of your work either. So, and you are right, I did just return. So, if everything is as you say, then I will be on my way.
One of the guards is like, boss, she's a cleric. They kind of deal with that. It's kind of their job. They deal with this stuff a lot. I heard that clerics are good at dealing with. Shut up. What's his name? Marigold is a cleric. We'll just get Marigold.
Well, far be it from me to take a moment respite if you've got everything in order, Yoram. And then she nods to the other guards and starts walking away.
The other guards, like as you start walking away, the other two guards look like genuinely worried. Like, oh no, like he's ruined everything, sort of thing. I'm trying to think if there's a. No. As you start to walk away, there's like this moment, and it kind of as you disappear from view, you just hear this voice go, "All right, come back."
Even though I've disappeared from view,
but only just.
Oh, right.
So like you kind of like turn the corner and you hear this.
Okay, I lean back and I go, "What's wrong?"
Just make sure he's okay. We've tried to get him to leave. He won't leave. There's something in there. It's not safe, but he won't listen to us. Maybe he'll listen to you. Don't make me say it again.
For a brief moment, Dourrebelle has a smile on her face that sort of Quinn probably recognizes it as a, yeah, I knew it, you fucking dick. Like
yeah.
I told you so sort of thing. Because she was going to look into it whether they asked her or not. Now that she'd overheard it, she was just waiting to see if they would ask her.
Waiting to see if Yoram would break.
Yeah, so she does that smile for a moment, but then because it actually concerns people, she's like, yeah, I will go in and I will see what the deal is, and I will see if I can get him to leave or not, or maybe deal with whatever it is that's in there.
Okay. As you kind of like start walking past there, one of the guards is like, it's this crazy old ghost. It's like an old man with wild hair, and his eyes are on fire. We saw it on the 3rd floor.
On the 3rd floor, huh?
Yeah.
Did he do anything? Did he say anything? Did he just scare you? Just run you guys out?
We just saw him and we left. Well, we saw him and we called out to. You know, we ran, and then we eventually went to go back in, and then we tried to get Galio to come out as well, but because he hasn't seen it, he doesn't believe us. He's a wizard. I thought they knew about this stuff. Oh, I thought they knew about it too. Quinn just sneaks up on them and is like, "Boo!"
Quinn, leave him alone. We'll go in there. We'll go see if it's still on the 3rd floor, and we'll deal with it, whatever it is, and make sure Galio's okay.
Okay. So you make your way kind of up the little hill section.
Yeah.
As you start kind of like winding up the road that leads towards the entrance of the tower, there's like a moment where just kind of between, well, there's a bit here. So if you're looking on Roll20, there's like this area here. As you're walking towards the door, you swear you spot something out of the corner of your eye, just in that little area there.
Can I lean and see if there's anything there?
Yeah, you spot a figure. Just as you're coming, this is as you're coming up the hill. Sorry, as you're coming up the hill, you spot kind of on its crest in that area a figure, what appears to be a dark-skinned lady wearing chainmail armor, just kind of watching the pair of you.
Is she still there when we make it to the top?
As you kind of start getting closer to the top, she kind of disappears around the corner of the tower.
Okay.
And as you kind of peer your head over to see where she is, she's gone.
Cam, remind me, what was the portrait in the shop?
One of them, from what you could glance, one of the figures did look like that woman.
Okay, so I wasn't just jumping to conclusions, right? Okay. Quinn, did you see that?
See what?
That's what I thought. Keep your wits about you.
I have to find him first.
Just because I'm feeling a little bit cautious, I'm gonna cast aid on us.
Ooh, feeling fruity with some aid.
Yeah.
You're just casting it at first level.
Well, it's a second level.
Oh,
I accidentally cast it at third level, but I meant to cast it at second level.
But if you cast it at higher levels, then you get more HP, I think. Is it more HP or is it more targets?
Let's see. The target's hit points increase.
So you could cast it at a higher level and get even more hit points if you wanted.
Well, I guess I'll cast it at third level and give 10 hit points. So I need to override this to.
That's really good. So like if you cast that, because you've got 4th level spells now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you could just like give everyone 15 hit points. That's not bad. I suppose it kind of falls off at later levels.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's still pretty good.
Okay, so now he's got 68 and I've got 72. Okay. Just because I'm just a little bit cautious.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, and it lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah,
so
Quinn's just like, being careful, very wise.
Yeah.
As you kind of make your way, so you're at the tower now. Put you there.
Yeah. And I guess we'll try the door.
There is no door. It's just open.
Oh, it's just open. Okay, well then I guess we will just kind of slowly make our way inside.
Okay. So I'll just read this out to you. So, a tall, ruined tower thrusts skyward from the summit of the crag. Its uppermost floor is blackened with soot, and it's been cracked open like an egg, with a fissure extending down one side of the building. Wooden scaffolds have been recently erected along this flank, and work is clearly apace to rebuild the structure. At the foot of the tower, 2 ruined arches open into the interior. And as you make your way in...
Sorry, from your description, does that sound sort of like a lightning strike?
No,
like okay.
You know the story of the House of Thalivar. I'm pretty sure Gallio told you.
Well, he said that something happened, and I can't remember. It's been a while. Because I thought they were saying like something happened because the wizard who was here is just gone, right?
Yeah.
Like he just disappeared.
Make a. I suppose. Make a perception check, and I'll say you can use Dourrebelle's stone cunning for this.
Oh.
Which I think doubles your proficiency bonus.
Where is it? So is that a feature?
Mm-hmm.
Rachel. Oh, double my proficiency. Okay, so I would add 6 instead.
What kind of check is it? Does it specifically state what kind of check it's for?
When you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you're considered proficient in the history skill. But if it's perception, I'll just roll perception.
Yeah, just do it normally.
That's still really good. 18 plus 5, so 23.
From what you can see, doesn't look like a lightning strike. It appears as if whatever caused that damage, like it's kind of hard because it's so high up compared to where you are.
And I'm so short.
But it looks like it was an explosion from the inside.
Okay. Like enough force to coat the entire room in soot.
Yeah.
Or whatever they've cleaned up. Okay. All right.
Okay. So yeah, you can go through the entrance that's directly in front of you, or you can kind of go past the rocky plateau that's kind of the ruins of what looks like might have been a stone portico, which leads to some like a stairway that leads into the entry hall. As you enter the hall, you can see that it's strewn with rubble, and puddles of muddy rainwater are kind of just pooled. They're still because it's not rained in a while, but you assume that this is the detritus of the bad weather from time past. And there's a large banquet table in the middle of the room that's got backpacks on it.
Like recently, like workers have been there.
Yeah, you would quite easily assume that they belong to the soldiers outside.
Oh right, okay. And I'm assuming we don't hear anything as we come in and look around.
Perception check.
That one's not as good this time. 11.
11. Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, it is 11.
You glance around and you kind of open your ears and think for a second. And you don't. It doesn't seem like you can hear anything. As you glance down into one of the puddles, you see yourself, and for a split second, you swear you couldn't. You swear that your hair has gone white and you look about 40 years older. But then you blink and it's gone.
Dourrebelle is gonna furrow her brows.
What's the matter?
At the puddle. I don't think it's any. I don't know if it's anything, but I'm getting some really weird vibes from this place. Even though we've only just entered.
Well, yeah, it's a wizard tower, isn't it? Who knows what they're up to in here?
Yeah, well, I suppose that's maybe these soldiers were scared because they thought they saw something, but in actuality, it was just whatever weird things happen in a wizard's tower. We should at least make our way up to the 3rd floor and at least check in with Galio.
Okay. So
at least to ease the soldiers.
So the room that you're in, there is a spiral staircase in the northern corner, like northwestern corner. There is a room immediately ahead of you that's closed off, like there's a door, and then there's like a corridor to the east that leads to more rooms. You presume that's kind of in the direction of where the scaffolding is.
Hold on, I'm gonna use the die to make a decision. 1 to 3, I check out each floor. 4 to 6, I go up and then check them out on the way down. It's a 5. So
you're going straight up.
Yeah, just okay. Yeah, because I suppose that's where they told us it was. So we're gonna sort of make our way there first, and then kind of comb our way down.
Okay. So you go up the spiral staircase all the way up. Let's have a look where do we want to go? Actually, okay. That's my fault. I've got something wrong. So as you approach the staircase, you do hear some like rustling and banging from the room directly in front of you with the closed door, and the door is like thrown open, and inside is the kind of the bedraggled black mop of hair and like flowing robes of Galio Elibro. He's got a journal in one hand. He's got like an inky quill in the other. As I mentioned the other day, the last time you saw him, his like fingers are stained with ink.
Yeah.
But they're like fresh now. He's got like ink blots all over his face. He looks even more bedraggled and haggard than when you first met him. He's got like huge bags under his eyes. His eyes are bloodshot. And it's just like, what's going on? Guards, are you back? Oh, it's you. What are you doing here?
Galio, you look like you haven't slept in literally since the last time I saw you.
I'm fine. Where are the guards? They are guilty of dereliction of duty, as they've abandoned me in this tower. How am I supposed to work under these conditions? It's unacceptable. There's rubble everywhere. I can't uncover anything. Do these look like the arms of a muscle-bound creature such as yourself? No, I am a scholar, not a bodybuilder.
Galio. The guards were concerned because they saw something upstairs.
What? Some nonsense about ghosts. I haven't seen anything of the sort.
Well, I'm just here to check out whatever they saw. So they'll be back soon.
He kind of like scrunches his face up. He goes, right. Very well. I suppose the sooner you get on with that and confirm that there are no blasted spectres in this tower, the sooner they can get back to doing their jobs. And he kind of softens a little bit, and you can tell he's like pissed off, but he's no longer like turning that aggression on you. He's just like, right. Okay, yes, well, you carry on. I'll get back to my studies. And he just closes the door.
She just like blinks and is just like, just kind of shakes her head and starts making her way.
Okay.
She's just like that. Okay, just she feels like, especially in this state, maybe not to bother him.
Okay, so you move up from the first floor to the second and go straight up to the third floor up the spiral staircase. You arrive in you're not very far away now from where, because there's 4 floors in total, and the 4th floor is the one that's like completely collapsed and exposed to the elements. So as a result of that, the majority of these rooms have collapsed entirely as well. Like the floor some of the floor is like collapsed into it. So this area is kind of choked, but you can see where the efforts have been made to clear away some of the rubble. There are like picks and shovels just lying where they fell, like strewn around the place. There is a corridor to the south, but it's all kind of blocked off with rubble. But you can, if you wish, access the scaffolding from here.
Something in my gut tells me no, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Okay.
Keep my symbol of Moradin.
So what? So you get on, you kind of step onto the scaffolding, and you hear the wood sort of creak a little bit under your armor.
I go, oh, Moradin, please keep me from falling to the fucking floor.
You work your way around, and you see that you can kind of enter the other side of one of the rooms. However, there is still rubble in the way. You gauge that it would take you on your own a week of work to clear this rubble. So you and Quinn would be like
not getting in there.
Yeah, it would take you and Quinn a few days. You would need kind of everyone up here to clear all that rubble. But there is, you can tell that there is something on the other side, like another, just from the area of this floor compared to the others. There's definitely more on this floor.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it looks like the soldiers haven't been able to get to there either. No,
they've been like trying to get themselves through.
So if they've seen the specter anywhere, it would be anywhere on the path to
you,
this point.
You would assume, they said the 3rd floor, and you can kind of see the stuff thrown around. You assume it was here that they saw it.
Yeah.
And kind of as you're thinking to yourself, from beyond the wall that's kind of blocked off by all this rubble, you can just hear just kind of dark whispering.
Does it sound like, is it sort of too muffled for me to understand what it's saying?
Roll a perception check.
Oh my god, I'm killing it with these perception checks. 24.
24?
Yeah. I rolled a 19 on the die and it's +5.
All you can pick out, it's like a bit of a garbled mess. You do pick out the phrase, "Not again, not this nightmare again."
I'm going to gently call out to the voice, just because, I mean, I've sort of got like a little battle ready, but I'm not like trying to be, I'm not in an aggressive pose, but I've just like, I got my axe in my hand, sort of, if I need it, but I'm just going to call out and I'm just going to simply call out who's there.
Okay.
See.
As you call out and you say that, the whispering stops. Just dead. And then Quinn kind of like glances, he's like, I don't like this Dourrebelle.
I don't either. I mean, we mean you no harm. There's no need to be aggressive. We're just trying to understand what's happened.
There's nothing. There's no response.
Which was that voice speaking in? Was it common?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't have, unless it was another language that you understood, you wouldn't have deciphered it otherwise.
Well, if it would have been Dwarvish, maybe. Did it sound male or female?
Difficult to tell.
Okay.
I suppose you
That's
did get a
fine.
perception check of like 24 million, so
Well, I just
it's
wasn't sure.
a male voice, kind of a
Okay,
kind of a gravelly, kind of older male voice.
Okay, so it wasn't the shadowy, dark-skinned lady I saw before. Did you hear that, Quinn? Did you hear those whisperings?
I heard something. Look, right, I know we were giving Yoram shit, but should we just go? I'm getting some real. This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Yes. I'm curious because I think there is something here, but it apparently does not want to come out for us. Let's make our way back at least to like the second floor or something just to see what we can do.
Okay, so you head down to the second floor.
Yeah, so we like come off the scaffolding, make our way back.
Yeah. So you head down, and the second floor is mostly made up of kind of a ruined. Like it's more put together than the third floor at least. But you can see a. Let's have a look. Several chambers. So there's 4 chambers, kind of that's come out from a corridor that leads kind of down the middle of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That also connects to the scaffolding. As you peer through, in the center of each of these rooms, you can see. Well, sorry, not in the center, but each of these rooms contain shelves just stacked full of like books, just like notebooks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in the center of each room is a large statue of like a young girl wearing like tatty kind of peasant clothes, and she's got her forefinger pressed to her lips in like a hushing gesture.
Do I recognize that at all?
Roll either religion or arcana for me.
I'm not proficient in either of those, so I suppose it doesn't matter. So it's +0 to both. I got a 15.
15. That is exactly what you needed.
Oh shit.
You've heard, like, you've done some studies on kind of the greater pantheon. Obviously, the focus of your studies was on Moradin, but you do recognize this particular iconography as Mistra, the goddess of magic.
And there's a statue of her in each room.
Yep.
And there's like books but no beds.
Yeah.
So.
But there are 4 floors. Like, the beds could be somewhere else.
Oh no, I was just thinking if these were like specific people's rooms, sort of thing. I guess like young mages' rooms was what I was going with. Out of curiosity, from what I could see of the 3rd floor, is this layout similar to the 2nd floor?
Similar, but not quite the same. The 2nd floor, sorry, the 3rd floor. Did you mean?
Yeah.
The rooms are kind of more joined together on the 3rd floor by the looks of things, whereas this floor's been broken up into 5 rooms. Well, four full rooms now. The 5th one's been destroyed beyond repair.
I guess I was just curious as to if I could, that room that I couldn't get into, if I could sort of figure out which room is underneath it.
Yeah, you could easily do that. Like if you move to the it's like the room directly south of you, you could get underneath the room that you couldn't get into. Yeah,
I'm curious because this floor seems pretty intact, but I'm wondering if there's any breaks in that room that peer up into that room.
As you move into that room, you do look up and see that the floor is intact. Like, there isn't really any damage that would, but it's a wooden floor, so you could feasibly make a way up there.
Yeah, but then that's sort of making more work, isn't it? I suppose it depends. Quinn, what do you think? We could break our way up there and see if there's anything worthwhile, or we could leave.
I'm always up for breaking stuff.
I guess
I want to get out of here as quickly as possible, but if we're gonna do this, then let's do it like we mean it.
Okay, so we're going to try and. Is there a way that we can get close enough to the ceiling to do that?
Explain to me how you wish to do that. You're in a room with a statue of a girl and several shelves containing lots of books. So, how are you going to do this?
How tall is the statue of the girl?
I mean, it's a statue of a girl, so she's probably about the same height as you, maybe.
I guess the idea that I had was basically just take the axe to it, but I would need to get close enough to do that.
Come on, what you do?
Can I? Well, no, Quinn can't go on my shoulders because we only make about 6 feet of a person.
Where's the details of this place? There we go. Okay, so the ceilings are each room is like 20 feet high.
Oh, there's no way I'm getting up to the ceiling.
You have magical powers?
Well, there's shooting a hole in the floor, and then there's getting to the hole in the floor.
Again, you have magical powers.
I don't think I have the ability to float.
You have rope, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know what your options are. You're the one that's concocted this harebrained scheme.
Where's my equipment? Make sure I still have said rope, that I'm not just talking on my ass. I do have rope. Okay, cool. I am.
Bear in mind the shelves are quite high as well. The shelves on their own reach easily half of that distance on their own.
Is there enough of a? How, I suppose it's a bookshelf. I suppose you could stand on top of it. Well, Dourrebelle's gonna climb the bookshelf first.
Okay. So you have to be careful, because as you start getting up, because these bookshelves are quite old as well, as soon as you start climbing up, it begins to creak, because the weight is shifting. So
Right.
make an athletics check for me.
7.
7.
No, I said it's a good thing I have +7.
Oh, okay. You cut out.
So, no, it's okay. 16.
16. Okay. You manage to like quickly scurry your way up, and there's a creak and it like wobbles slightly. We'll say that Quinn like holds it down as well. Not that he can do much because he's tiny. But you do manage to like scurry your way up to the top of the bookshelf.
Right.
It's a bit you kind of get vertigo a little bit because you're up quite high compared to the floor. And it's a bit precarious. You're like wobbling a little bit. But you are up there.
And I've still got a little ways to go before I still reach the ceiling, don't I?
Yeah, you've got another. So, I mean, how tall is Dourrebelle? Just shy of 5 feet?
She's like 4'6", 4'7", something like that, yeah.
So yeah, you still got like another 5 feet-ish before you get to the ceiling, and therefore the floor of the other floor. As you kind of look up, we'll say this now. As you look up to gauge the distance between where you are now and how far it is to the ceiling, you see a face staring back at you through the floor. Or through the ceiling.
Is it got spooky glowing eyes?
It's got spooky glowing eyes, got like sunken features, kind of like the skin has been like pulled back over the face, and this wild hair that's just kind of like dark brown out all over the place. And it kind of like looks at you and she goes, "Creatures of my nightmares, begone!" Quinn shits himself. I think she cut out, but I can hear her laughing from the other room.
Yeah. Hello? Can
Hello,
you hear me?
yeah. I just hit this like, ha 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 ha.
Okay, I am going to sorry, I saw that in the chat there's a bot. I'm probably a little startled, but I'm gonna look at him and just be like, "Can we help you?" Hello?
Hello, yeah, sorry, I saw that as well. You shouldn't be looking at the chat though, you're distracting me.
No, I just wanted to glance at it, but I couldn't figure out how to delete. I couldn't figure out how to do the delete.
You just ban them. You can't delete it, you just ban them.
You just ban them,
it deletes them. I mean, you can delete it, but anyway.
Sorry. But I'm just gonna look at him and just be like, are you sure that's what we are?
He just kind of sucks in a breath and just says, "Begone!" again, and his face kind of like distorts into this hideous visage, just like the eyes kind of almost like explode in his face, and his jaw like expands to like 3 times the size. I need you and Quinn to both make wisdom saving throws.
Oh great, we're about to be fucking frightened. Okay, I'll do Quinn's first. Wisdom save, you said?
Yeah.
So he got an 11.
Okay.
And Dourrebelle got an 18.
Okay, so Dourrebelle completely unfazed. The bookshelf suddenly shifts as Quinn is gone. He just bolts out of the room.
Quinn!
He's like, no, I'm done. I'm out. As you see his little feet like run out of the room, the bookshelf kind of like teeters underneath your feet.
Oh shit.
What do?
I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. That's fine. You jump down. It is quite a steep drop because it's about 10 feet. So make a dexterity saving throw for me.
11.
11.
Yeah.
That's fine. You'll see. You kind of land with a thud and fall on your ass, but you don't take any damage. 10 feet isn't that far. So yeah, you scramble back up to your feet, and there's just this ghost of an old man, kind of like floating down through the floor of the upper floor, just kind of like glaring at you with this horrible expression on his face.
Dourrebelle is gonna. I mean, she's like, "Oh my god, this thing is horrible." She kind of like is a bit creeped out, but she's gonna resolute kind of furrow her brow, get into her Dourrebelle stance, and be like, I mean you no harm, I'm only here for answers. This doesn't have to get ugly.
The creature, or the ghost, kind of like stares at you. The expression like sort of shifts a little bit, and just let me just double check something. Yeah, okay. It just repeats the thing that it says before. Creature of my nightmares, be gone.
And you said it's got like long wild hair, and it's wearing, what kind of clothing is it wearing?
He's wearing like wizard robes.
Oh my god, what was the name of the wizard who was here before?
Thalivar.
She'll take like a step back, but she's keeping her ground for the most part, and she's gonna say, "Are you Thalivar? Are you the wizard who once lived here?"
Do not speak that name, creature! You have no right! Make a mockery of me in this ruined effigy of my home!
No, I'm just trying to understand. We're trying to understand what happened.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit. 18.
There's like a moment where it sort of doesn't really understand how to process what you're saying, and then it kind of shakes it off. It's just like, no, you will not confuse me, monster. Be gone. And it's going to try and do it again. So make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, I fucking 11.
11.
Yeah.
You are now terrified.
Okay.
You are frightened of the creature. So you can't willingly move any closer to it.
Okay, that's fine. But I don't. Do I have to run?
You don't have to run.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do my best to hold my ground, but if he keeps getting closer, I'm gonna keep backing up.
Yeah, so he kind of like floats down towards you. You back up. You back up. Okay. So I think at this point, as it kind of gets closer and closer to you, it's just gonna he's just gonna snarl and be like, so be it. If I must endure this nightmare, I will do so. Roll initiative.
Oh shit. Okay. Time for Belle's solo adventure.
I mean, Quinn is outside.
But he's outside.
I mean, he's outside. He's outside the room.
Oh,
He's nearby.
Like, okay, I thought you said like he hecking left.
No, he left the room.
Oh right, okay. I didn't do very good on my initiative.
That's fine, but that's not a number.
I got an 8.
What did Quinn get? Quinn gets advantage, remember?
Quinn did way much better. He got
way much better.
Sorry, I'm getting the numbers.
It's okay. Oh my god, so defensive.
17. He got a 17.
Okay. Quinn actually gets to go first.
But he's frightened, isn't he?
We'll say in the time that it's taken for all this to kick off, roll another saving throw for him.
Instead of wisdom.
Yeah.
No. You rolled worse. You rolled an 8.
No. So yeah,
Oh,
he's still he kind of like peers in. It's just like, so he can't move any closer to the ghost. He can attack. He just attacks at disadvantage.
Oh, Quinn has advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
Oh, well, roll again then. Oh, of course he's a halfling, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I'm 10.
10. No, still not enough.
Like ass. Yeah, he's rolling like ass.
So yeah, he can attack, but it'll be a disadvantage.
I think Quinn is just gonna stay there with his longsword and attack it when, like, hold his action to attack it if it gets closer to him. Like if it comes into his range.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It is then the ghost's turn. So it's gonna. I mean, it's not gonna bother with Quinn. It's gonna go for you because you're the one that's immediately in front of it. Mm-hmm. So it reaches forward. 18.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, so it kind of like throws its hand out, almost like tries to phase it through you. But you like reflexively, because you're so afraid, you just reflexively like jump back to get out of the way, and it just kind of like let's say this like echoing hiss, and just kind of floats to stay on you. Yeah,
he's menacing, creeping on me. Okay.
So yeah, it's your turn.
Well, Dourrebelle is nervous because she's fucking frightened, but she's gonna try and like she's gonna clutch her symbol and be like, two can play that game, and she's gonna use turn on dead.
Okay. So that's is that a wisdom saving throw as well?
Let's see. Must make a wisdom save. Yes.
What's the DC?
Annoyingly, it doesn't say on that part of the spell.
I mean, it's your spell save DC, so
16.
16. No, it rolled a 10. So yeah, you throw out your holy symbol, and yeah, there's this like beam of radiant energy that like coalesces around the not coalesces, it like shoots out from your symbol and blankets the room in light, and you just kind of hear Thalivar's ghost kind of go, "Whoa! What manner of horror is this?" Like it's nothing he's ever seen before. Yeah. So yeah, he is successfully turned. Hey, it's Quinn's go.
Okay.
So is he just gonna stay by the door?
Well, I was gonna use my. Oh, that was my action to do. Okay, because I was gonna use my movement to try and get the heck out of there.
Okay, well, it would try to attack you if you do that.
That's fine, but it'd be a disadvantage.
Yeah. So okay. So you use your movement to try and get the heck out of dodge. No, it definitely misses.
Okay.
So it kind of like reaches out to try and grab you as you run away, and you out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to assume that Quinn sees me running and is like, right, yep, let's get the hell out of here.
Yep, go. As you're doing that, the ghost, which is like now terrified of you.
Yeah.
Even more so than it was before. As you're not concentrating, as you're not looking at it, you don't see what's going on, but you do hear this chanting, like he's casting a spell, but it's not the same. Like, it's not like when you're casting a spell. It's different, and each kind of syllable, each section of the spell kind of fills you with this sense of something's wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Like, you're hearing something that you're not supposed to hear.
Yeah. Okay.
And whatever it is, completes. The sound of like his voice disappears as he kind of like wails away and just disappears from view. And as you and Quinn kind of like start making your way towards the
ground floor,
towards the ground floor, you can hear something following you, something corporeal. And you get down to the bottom of the stairs and into the ground floor room.
Ready. Yeah.
You kind of like hear this noise, kind of this like like skittering, but it's not on the floor; it's on the wall. And then emerging from the staircase to face you is this like gangly looking, like sort of humanoid creature. It kind of has this like arched back. It has 6 arms with like these long claws, and it sort of is like skittering along the claws against the wall. Like, it shouldn't have any purchase, but somehow it does. And it's kind of like at a right angle on the wall and skittering towards you. It looks up at you with this like vaguely humanoid looking face, but it's got no features. It's just like blank and expressionless. And you just hear this like as it just opens up into this ungodly alien mess.
Oh fuck. Okay.
So it's Quinn's turn as this thing looks at you.
Well, Quinn is gonna do what he normally does, and he's gonna go, ah! And he's gonna attack with his sword.
Okay.
Whenever he sees something gross, and he's just like, kill it. Okay, so he's going with the Dragon Slayer. First strike. 12 plus. Oh my god, it's plus 10 to hit now?
Yeah, man.
So 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Should I roll the attacks together or separate?
Do them together.
Okay. Second attack, 23.
Yep, both hit.
Okay, so 2d8 plus 10. So 5, 6, 11, 21 points of slashing damage.
21 points of slashing. Yeah, so Quinn is just like, ah! And then just whoosh, whoosh, like takes 2 chunks out of it. It like cuts it open, and like it looks like blood that comes out, but it's just kind of like, you can't really explain what color it is, this stuff that comes out, and it kind of drips on the floor and splatters against the wall and just like and like evaporates into the air.
Right, okay.
Is Quinn gonna do anything else, or is he standing his ground?
He's gonna stand his ground.
Okay. It's your turn.
Dourrebelle is going to use I think she's gonna see what this guy's all about, and she's gonna use Sacred Flame as a test.
Okay. Your DC is 16, yeah?
Yeah. It's a dex save.
Dex save. Okay, so I got a 12, so that's a fail. So go ahead and roll 2d8 for me.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, yeah. So you throw out your holy symbol once again, and this kind of like coalescence of flames appears around the creature and just shoots in and kind of like burns its flesh a little bit. It just kind of like lets out, and now it's the creature's turn. And you can't explain it. There's just a moment where, well, let's not do that just yet. Quinn hasn't taken his turn yet.
Oh no. It's because his turn's next.
What's his armor class is 20, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of die I'm hearing. Oh no. That's a lot of dice.
Oh my god.
Did you just destroy Quinn in one go?
So from your point of view, hang on. The creature just kind of like hisses at Quinn, jumps off the wall, and in an instant, just like a blink of an eye, like an unnatural speed, Quinn is just immediately a bloody mess. Just all 6 of these claws just go in like a whirlwind, and blood just goes everywhere. Quinn screams in pain, as like you don't even see it, but from his perspective, the claws go in, and it's almost like not only is it harming his body, but it's harming his like spirit as well. Like he's just being completely cut to ribbons by this creature. It's like being attacked by the rake.
Yeah, okay.
So it attacked him 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Each time was with advantage. Of those 6 times, it hit him twice and got 2 crits.
Oh my god. Okay, so how much did he take?
I haven't rolled damage yet. I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
So D8. Okay. These are the regular attacks. First one is 13.
Okay.
No, hang on, not 13. 17.
Okay.
Second one is 8.
Okay.
And then these are the crits. 25. 29.
Okay.
And finally, 24.
He's down.
So yeah, that
He only had 14 HP at that point.
in the blink of an eye, Quinn is not gone, but like
He's down.
you just see him like basically get cut open.
Oh my! I imagine it's like the way that it attacks. Like it's like splatters the room with all the blood,
Yeah,
and I imagine
like,
it hits her as well.
There's the blink of an eye, and then like Quinn just like slowly turns around to face you, and it's that whole thing of like blood trickles out of his mouth, and he just collapses to the floor, and all that's left is like you and the creature, and the creature's like. Quinn needs to make a death saving throw.
He fails. He rolled a 2.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you can't roll 1s, at least.
Yeah, but that's one failure.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, well, Dourrebelle, is the creature like in range in melee with Quinn?
Yeah, because Quinn attacked him with his longsword before, didn't he?
Okay, well, no, I just wasn't sure if it like moved away from him.
Oh, actually, I
doing
suppose
that.
after he collapsed, the creature would have advanced on you. So it's probably in melee range with you now.
Can I move Can I move that I'm between Quinn and it?
Yeah, you can kind of position yourself around it.
Okay, I'm gonna swing around. And are you ready for this, Cam? I'm casting your favorite spell.
Is it Spirit Guardians?
Yeah, but I'm casting it at 4th level.
Oh my god. Okay, so just what are the chickadees just like chunky at 4th level?
I actually don't know.
Oh wait, you've cast it at 4th level before, haven't you?
I have, yes, but I don't know if the mindset she's in, I don't know if they would be cute tiny little birds. I think they're more aggressive birds.
Mm-hmm.
Like hawks or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something that is like she's
bigger, more aggressive birds of prey.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you fire up Spirit Guardians and there's just this like whirlwind of energy. You do hear a voice come from the office being like, what's going on? What's all this noise?
Dourrebelle isn't focused on that at the moment.
So the creature has to make, is it a wisdom save?
It has to, a wisdom save of 16.
It fails.
Sweet, it takes all of the damage. Okay, so I need some more die. I need some more D8s. I'm grabbing the wrong one. I'm not rolling D6s. There we go. Let's do these ones. Okay. Okay. So we have 18 damage.
18 damage.
18 radiant.
Okay. It's a big hit. So yeah, the hawks or whatever they are come like swooping in and start like attacking the creature, this otherworldly monster. And it like hisses and kind of tries to bat them away. You can see now that like it's taken a significant amount of damage. It's now its turn. However, it doesn't seem to have that same speed that it had before. It's almost like it expended all of its energy on eviscerating Quinn. And so now it's just going to come at you with 2 attacks. However, it does get advantage because it's ridiculous. Oh wait.
Okay.
No, sorry, no it doesn't. I am lying. Just gets regular Tidge. Regular Tidge. So that's a miss. The second one that's going to be a hit. That's 20 something. So yeah, your armor class is 19, isn't it? So yeah, it kind of swings at you with one of its claws. The other one comes in and like nicks you. So you, Saphir. Oh, it doesn't do that. Okay. You take nowhere near as much damage. You take 10 slashing damage.
Sorry, I'm just fixing my hair really quick. It was annoying me. You said 10, right?
10 slashing damage, yeah.
Okay.
Make a concentration check, please.
Oh, yeah, because of... 16 plus 3.
Okay, yeah, so you maintain the spell. Quinn needs to make a death saving throw.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. This is fine. He rolled a 10 on
10?
the die.
That's a success.
Okay.
Yeah, I
think
think
it my turn now?
Yeah, it's 10 or above, isn't it? On a death save.
I mean, you could check, but I think a 10 is a save.
I will double check. I'm pretty sure it is because it's slightly more likely that you'll succeed than fail. 10 or higher, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So Quinn,
is it my turn?
It is your turn now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the star spawn would have had to make a save on its turn, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's when a creature moves into the space or starts its turn there.
Yeah.
Or
Wait, let me look.
We had this conversation before, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, Well, because it took. I mean, we could say that the damage that it took was.
Yeah, well, that's probably what I would say. But
Let's see. You designate any number of creatures, and affected creature's speed is halved when it enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Must make a wisdom save.
Okay, yeah, I think we ruled that as it triggers on your turn because it's technically entering the area because the area didn't exist before.
Yeah.
Although that is a bit nuts. No, I think the way we do it is when it starts its turn, because it's not entering the area. The area is appearing around it.
Well, yeah, because it's already in the area now. Yeah. So
if you cast the spell while it's in the area, it's definitely going to take the damage. So I think we'll rule it like that. So it's your turn. No additional rolls. Go.
It'll be on his turn that he does it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay because Dourrebelle is going to she's going to put a hand on Quinn, and she's going to pump a 3rd level cure wounds into him.
Okay. So, oh god, that's gonna be big heals because life cleric. So it's 3d8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is 5. Is that right?
Yeah, we made a note. There's a note here. The creature regains an additional HP equal to 2 plus the spell's level, so plus 5.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3d8 plus 10.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, you've got a plus 5 to wisdom, haven't you?
I do have. Yeah. It is 3d8 plus 5 normally. Yeah. This one die is failing me at the moment, but that's. So it's 9 plus 10, so 19.
19. Okay, so Quinn is just like, just like is suddenly like shunted back to life, but he awakens screaming.
Oh yeah, because I imagine he's in a lot of pain.
He's in a lot of pain, and you don't know what that creature did to him. Like
yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I can't cast a spiritual weapon, so
no, because you've already cast a spell.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So now he makes the save.
Yeah, now he makes a save.
Yeah.
He rolls a 4, so that's another failure.
So it's another 4d8. Sorry, I'm just pulling it up to look at. 3, 4, 10, 17. 17? Yeah.
Wow, yeah, they are making mincemeat of him. Or it, should I say. It's kind of really struggling now, and it just kind of like lets out as it's now its turn. It's just going to go at you for a couple more attacks.
Okay.
No, both miss.
Cool.
It got a 10 and an 11. It's like it's taken so much damage now that it's struggling. You get the impression that whatever this creature is, it's like an ambusher. Like it comes out, just like
it gets you on the surprise.
Yeah, mutilates you, and then that's kind of it spent.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Quinn's turn now.
Sorry, I was trying to remember if I had not divine smite, whatever it's.
You have divine strikes, but that doesn't matter because it's not your turn, it's Quinn's turn.
No, it's fine. I was sorry. Quinn is going to use his bonus action to give himself some second wind.
Okay. So it's a d10 plus 8.
So 5 plus 8.
Okay, so he heals 13. It's like it never happened.
No, that fucked him up. Is he within attacking range? I'm assuming if he gets up, he can attack it with his sword.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to get up and he's going to attack with this Dragon Slayer.
Cool.
So first strike is a 17.
17 hits.
Second strike is a natural 20.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so I'll do the first one. So a D8 plus 5. So 12 damage.
Okay. So we'll say for the purposes of this, Quinn like slowly stands up as this creature is attacking you, and then like just basically runs over and stabs it in the back.
Yeah.
And you just hear it kind of like, ah! And like all of its arms start like wildly flailing, trying to like slash it. It's almost like double jointed, so it's almost like they reach backwards and try and slash at Quinn.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But he's so small, like it can't quite get back far enough.
Yeah.
And then it kind of slowly becomes more and more like twitchy and and then eventually all the life kind of fades from it, and the creature just dead on the floor. Quinn like pulls the sword out of the creature's back, looks up at you, and it's just like he is just a complete mess, and is like, should have been Yoram.
You know, I think for a moment, I think Dourrebelle actually does laugh at that. Like, she genuinely laughs.
Can we get out of here now, please? I think as that's kind of being mentioned, the door swings open again, and Galileo comes out and he's like, "What was this? What on earth is that?"
I was hoping you would tell me. What does Galileo think of the fucking whirlwind of blood across the room?
He looks like mortified. Like he's completely like, what?
We encountered the spirit of, oh my god, was it Thrasir?
Thalivar.
Thalivar, sorry. We encountered the spirit of Thalivar upstairs, and it summoned this thing on us.
That's impossible.
When I called out his name, he responded. He was upset that I was referring to him as such.
Thalivar's been dead for over 100 years. You mean to say he still lingers in this place?
I looked down at the creature. Well, I can tell you for certain this didn't just crawl out of the woodwork. I can see why the guards are concerned. I am concerned for your safety as well. It was up on the 3rd floor.
He kind of like looks at you with this like puzzled expression. He looks down at the creature. He can't deny what he's seeing in front of him, regardless of whether this is the work of Thalivar or not. But he looks at it and he says, "This is a. Do you understand what this is?"
I have no idea what this is.
This is a creature from the astral sea. These things don't just... This tower, this device, was once a planar beacon. Its purpose was to draw creatures from across the outer planes and contain them so that they could be studied and learned from. With that in mind, the only thing capable of drawing such a creature into this world that I can immediately think of is Thalivar, the one who created the beacon in the first place. I've been studying his research, but he uses a ridiculous cipher that it takes me days. Sometimes it's taken me No, hours, sorry, hours, sometimes even days, just to decode one sentence.
I can see why you haven't been sleeping.
It's not just that I haven't been sleeping. It's fuzzy, but sometimes I when I sleep I dream, but it feels so real. I dream that and he looks down at his hands and he kind of like wanders over and like places one of his hands on the wall and then like pulls it away as if to see it, almost like to see if his hand sticks.
If he's dreaming or not.
Well, no, it's more like he almost like puts his weight on it as if he's going to stick to it, and then he kind of realizes that he doesn't. He goes, I dream that I'm crawling up the walls, crawling up the inside of the tower, up to the top, and I look at the pile of rubble at the top of the tower. And I'm sure you've seen it if you investigated up there. And I write in a journal, but the journal isn't a journal that I recognize. And when I wake up, it's gone. I'm back in my bed, but I feel exhausted.
Sort of like a possession thing, or like he's perhaps like
ghosts are capable of possession. Yes.
Yeah. No, but what I was thinking is
I meant that was him saying that.
Oh, sorry. I was talking to the DM.
Okay.
Sorry. What do I get the suspicion that he's like possessing his body, or when Galio falls asleep, he's somehow slipping into these memories?
The more logical conclusion for you would be that it's possessing him in the night.
Right.
I think that's the conclusion that Dourrebelle would come to. She would be well aware of what ghosts are capable of.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's like sleeping and waking up not rested.
Yeah. Galio, I think you shouldn't rest here anymore, because I think you were being possessed in the night, either by the old wizard's spirit or perhaps whatever this thing is that he summoned, because it can crawl on the walls.
But that's never happened before. The soldiers never said anything about anything like this. I don't think, with all due respect to Yoram and his men, I don't think they would have survived such an encounter.
No.
Kind of looking at Quinn, and Quinn's like, nah, me neither.
No, and I am concerned for you, not because I think they'll attack you, but I think because you're being used by the spirit.
But I can't stop. I have to complete this research. It's imperative that I complete this research.
I think it's fine, but I think maybe you need to sleep away from the tower. At least for a night.
Roll a persuasion check.
Because otherwise it's gonna fucking kill you.
Roll with advantage, because the sight of this thing has terrified him.
Okay. Okay, that's much better. 18.
He kind of glances around, and you can almost see like he's trying to come up with excuses in his head and like reasons that he has to stay.
Yeah.
And he's just like, very well. I will go. I will speak to the Griselda, the head of the council, and I will find shelter elsewhere until you are able to expunge this shade of Thalivar from this place, and I can continue this research.
I mean, you could take as much as you'd like with you, but I would. Yeah,
he kind of clutches like one of the journals that he's working on in his hand, and he says, "Please, you must understand, whatever you do. Upstairs, the second floor, the library. It's the materials there are already rotting and falling apart. They absolutely must not be lost. Whatever you do."
I'll do what I can to try and get them out of here, at the very least.
Thalivar was a brilliant mage. Beyond any of his contemporaries, the fact that he could achieve what he achieved, even 100 years ago, is, well, it predates the spell plague, so we're talking.
I'm assuming, sorry, that I understand enough to know what, like, the significance of the Astral Sea.
Yeah, you would have heard stories of like what the Astral Sea is.
Okay.
It's kind of the rift between you did when Galio explained the planar beacon to you before, you understood what planes were.
Oh yeah.
So you would understand what the Astral Sea is.
Yeah, because he mentioned it was, yeah.
However, I do need to make a history check because he's mentioned something that we haven't talked about.
Yeah. 16.
You don't know a lot, but you have heard of the spell plague. Something that wizards talk about a lot. And it was an event that happened about 100 years ago. It kind of predates anyone that you know, really. Yeah. It wasn't good. I think as far as Dourrebelle's knowledge is concerned, it was basically what the spell plague was essentially a day where all magic turned off.
Right,
it was as if magic was just gone suddenly. Yeah. And as I'm sure you can imagine, Emily, and as Dourrebelle can probably piece together, magic just turning off was catastrophic.
Yeah. It's a big deal, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not just a big deal, like the amount of things that are operated by magic, especially considering the age before, there was a lot of things, like magic was used, it was just a part of everyday life, essentially, for a lot of people. So for it to just suddenly be gone, like, a lot of people died. And it was very, very not cool. I don't think Dourrebelle would think of it in those terms, but...
No, I get what you're saying, though.
It was bad shit. So Galio saying that whatever, like, basically Thalivar and his planar beacon predates the spell plague. It's a big deal. Because magic has never, like, reached that level again.
Yeah, I can see why he would be so... He would want to cling to those books, because it's literally history before history sort of thing. Okay.
What do you intend to do?
Well, we definitely need to pull out of here and recover a little bit. It seems like he is not going to be persuaded by any means.
Well, no, I can only presume if his spirit has lingered here for over 100 years, then, well,
I mean, he thinks I'm a monster, and he didn't understand my magic. Though I also appreciate that my magic is more faith-based.
I don't know a lot about ghosts, but I can only assume that for someone to linger here in the border ethereal for so long, it's going to have an impact on your mental assets.
Yeah.
I imagine that whatever's left of Thalivar, there isn't a lot of it. It's a shadow.
No, I think destroying him is going to be the only thing because as much as I tried, where I thought he would listen, he ended up turning away. So I think he is more of a threat than I guess what I'm trying to say is it is better that he is put to rest permanently. Any knowledge we could gain from him, I don't think we'll be able to get out.
Did you say that it summoned this creature, and then what? What did the ghost do after that?
I don't know. We were in the middle of leaving to try and gather our wits, essentially. The ghost unfortunately frightened us, but I managed to frighten it back. I don't know where it went afterwards. I presume when I first thought we were on the 3rd floor and I heard whispering, but it sounded like it was coming from a room that is behind rubble.
The fact that it hasn't emerged again to continue this battle suggests to me that it is less aggressive and more simply trying to defend itself, perhaps?
That makes sense.
The creature didn't emerge until
I made my
the rumors
known.
of the creature. I didn't hear of the creature or the ghost until the guards worked their way up to the 3rd floor, presumably where they disturbed it for the first time. But these dreams, possessions, whatever you want to call them, that have been happening to me have been happening since I took residence here a week ago.
Well, I definitely think you need a rest outside of it if you've not actually been getting any rest.
I can only presume that perhaps it sees some form of kindred spirit within me, being a student of magic myself. Perhaps it sees me as a more fitting thrall than anyone else that it would see as an intruder.
Yes, I could see that. I think perhaps maybe it is trying to use you to continue whatever it was doing.
Perhaps, but there's no way to do that right now. The beacon is long gone until I can restore it. But in any case, regardless of whether it's trying to move us towards getting to that goal faster or not, I'm going to be a burnt out husk before I can do anything of any import at this rate.
Yeah, well, if you do not get any rest for too long, it could end up killing you.
This will delay my schedule, but very well. We shall rest, we shall recuperate, and I am happy to offer any of my skills to aid you in dispatching this creature, as much as it pains me to think that I will be destroying what could have once been a great teacher. It must be done.
Yeah, I understand. Let us be shy of this place first, though, before we continue conversation. We also need to inform the guards as to what has happened. We should have them make sure that, not that anybody was coming up here anyways, she says, thinking back to the shadowy figure, but we should have the guards at least keep perimeter to make sure nobody goes in.
Very well. I will order Yoram to do that very course of action. What say you? We meet up here tomorrow?
Yeah. I
Very
think
well.
that is fair. I will see him out of the building and kind of keep an eye on it as we leave.
Okay. So you both leave. The two, like the people, the guards and Yoram are still outside because you weren't in there for that long. They've kind of moved a bit closer, and one of the guards is like, "We heard shouting. What? Oh my god!" As they see Quinn, like the complete shredded mess that he is. She's like, "What? What happened?"
We found your ghost.
Yoram is like white as a sheet. He doesn't say anything. He is just like, oh, so suppose this was a bit beyond you as well, eh? And then like without even a breath, Galio is just like, Yoram, establish a perimeter. No one gets in to the tower as long as I am absent. Do you understand? Yoram's just like, yes, Galio. And I think
It is.
oh, go on.
Yeah, it's just Dourrebelle's going to be like. I mean, it goes without saying, but it's incredibly dangerous up there. You can. It is safe to gather your bags if you would like them, but do not go any further than that. And make sure nobody gets in.
I think we'll live without them.
Wise choice. Wise choice.
Okay, so with that, they Yoram's like, right, I'll gather the rest of the men, and because there was about 8 of them that were stationed there. They're just the 3 that stayed behind.
Yeah.
So I think as the pair of you and as Galio kind of like heads off towards where Griselda's set herself up, and the pair of you head back towards your home, that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Hey.
Yeah. Intense.
Yeah.
That was a good session.
I can't believe Quinn took a weed whacker to the face and almost died.
That was so cool.
You were like, yes, I'm so close to killing him.
Those things are nuts. Like they are absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, they're whew. But yeah, you will have to. It'll be interesting to see how you plan to deal with this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fuck its shit up somehow.
Either that, or you're gonna have to try and find some clues within the tower of how to do it, or consider something else. I don't know. There are plenty of ways. I think it goes without saying you can probably gather this yourself, but trying to fight him is going to be hard.
Yeah.
But
especially
anyway,
if he's fucking summoning shit like that. Yeah.
I will say no more. But we will leave it at that. So yes, thank you all, everyone, for coming along and watching our game. Thanks, Junk Mail. Don't worry, we didn't think that you were a bot. There was a bot that appeared, I think, just after you. That was the one that we sniped. Thank you for coming along and checking us out. Be sure to follow if you want to catch more of this adventure. We stream same time every week, and that was a good one. Those of you who are watching us on YouTube, obviously feel free to subscribe. Do what you can to support the channel, because we are still Babu, we are still growing. And if you're interested, check out my Twitter, and you too can own your very own copy of A Grim Exhibition. It's an adventure that I wrote. Yay!
Yay!
Anyway, thanks a lot again, you guys, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.